I'm Lindsay, and in recent weeks, I didn't do any presentation, and as a result of my laziness. But there are many reasons for delaying my presentation. Uh, One of this is that I can't complete it 100%. I wrote a lot and I prepared a lot for it, but after that, I think that is boring. It's not interesting enough for me to say, and I don't think that I like it. So that after that, I quit it, and then I delay it from week to week to week to week, and but no excuse. I didn't do it means I didn't do it, and today I decided to do a presentation, and the topic of our presentation today is how do you do a good presentation? So how do you do a good presentation? Everyone wants to do a good presentation. You want to do a good presentation, and so am I. So you can ask me, have you done a presentation good enough to teach us? And my answer is not yet, but one day I will. So how can I talk to you about this topic? Um, actually, I learned it from many people, many famous people, my famous presentator, and then I copied it and I say it to you again. And I learned it from many people who are really successful in this field. So you can trust me, and it's really helpful for you. And now let's get started. And first of all, let me ask you a question. To do a good presentation, what do you think is more important? What you say or how you say? What do you think is more important? What you say or how you say? Okay? And the answer is none of them is more important than the other. They are even. How you say and what you say, the content and the way you say it, they are even. So, uh, yeah, and if you have a good content, but you don't know how to say, just like, hello everyone, I'm Lindsay, and today today um, today I'm gonna talk to you about love and sex. Yes, like this, and then no one will listen to you, even if the content seems to be really interesting. And if you know how to say, if you know the way to how to do a good presentation, but you don't have the content, then you have nothing to say. So both of them is important for you. So now we will move on the content first. So how can you have good content? Is depend on it depend on many things. And the first thing is knowledge. You have to understand what you're saying. If you want everyone understand what you're saying, you have to understand what you're saying. I mean, you have to have a deep knowledge about it and understand it. You have to write it yourself, not just copy from others and then say it to everyone. You have to write and prepare for it. You have to understand understand it, then you can share it with everyone confidently. And knowledge is not enough. You have to summarize your presentation, summarize your content, and divide it into 3 or 4 parts for people to understand easily. So it is content. And what about the way you do a presentation? How can you do? How can you be confident? How can you say well? Do a good presentation. Well, first of all, you shouldn't stumble over your words. Uh, you shouldn't say just like some words like or you know, my house is nearby the White House. You know, I'm a beauty queen. Everyone always say to me that you are really beautiful. I love you. You know, and I might say, I don't know. So don't stump over your words, and you should be confident. How can you be confident? You should move around a little bit, not just stand still like this, but not just move like this. Hello everyone, I'm Richie. Today I'm going to talk to you about my family. My family has 5 people: my father, my mother, my 2 younger brother, and me. And then you correct it like this. Hello everyone, I'm Lindsay. Today I'm gonna talk to you about my family. My family has 5 people. My father, my mother, my 2 younger brothers, and me. Like this. Okay? And you can ask me, how can I do this? How can I do this? How can I be confident when I do a presentation? Well, the answer is really easy, really simple. Just practicing. Just practicing. If you practicing enough, if you practice enough, one day you can do a good presentation. And maybe it's just a long content, a long subject, and I will say it to you later. Remember practicing, and remember to be confident. Always, when you do a presentation, you should have a good posture, deep breathing, big grin, sometimes big grin, and yeah, and I think that's all. Um, and finally, I want you to remember 3 rules for good presentation. The first one is that you know what you're saying. The second one is that everyone knows what you're saying. And third one is that you know that everyone knows. So that's all for my presentation today. Can you count how many mistakes that I have in this presentation? Tell me, and the next time I will correct it. Thank you for watching, and ta-ta for now.